This segment will show you more of the common spaces in the lab, where you will find chemicals and other materials. We already mentioned the side benches for distributing special equipment, materials, and chemicals. On the side benches, you will also find analytical balances and lab balances. For most of you, either balance will work just fine. The difference between the two is that the analytical balance is more precise. When you weigh a solid, it's important to tare or zero the balance with the weigh boat, weigh dish, or weigh paper on the balance pan. This is done so you don't have to subtract the weight of the weighing vessel from the solid you measure. Your instructor will review this the first time you need to weigh something, but it should become a common part of your procedure when using a balance. If you spill solid on or around the balance, use the brush to clean up the mess. Solid chemicals should go into a waste container unless your instructor specifically states that it can go to the trash. The fume hoods are another common space in the lab. Fume hoods draw air from the lab and ventilate it to the outside. The labs get cool or cold because of this ventilation. For this flow of air to work properly, the sash should be at the proper level. Each hood has a calibration mark on the side of the sash. Keep the sash between you and the chemicals, reaction, or vapors. Do not put your head in the hood, even to see something better. Some experiments will have you perform an experiment in the fume hood. Work 6 to 8 inches from the edge of the hood. This is where the ventilation is best for vapors being produced in the hood to be drawn into the ventilation. Also notice the edge of the hood has a lip. Do not place beakers or other containers on this edge. Containers can spill or break when they are placed on this edge. The sash should be closed when the hoods are not in use. This position saves energy. For many general chemistry experiments, concentrated chemicals will be distributed from the hood and hazardous waste will be collected in containers in the hood. Occasionally, the fume hood alarm may go off. This indicates that the sash may not be in the correct position for proper ventilation. If this happens, you may silence the alarm and adjust the sash. If it repeatedly goes off, make sure your instructor is aware. Another common space in the lab are the large lab sinks. These sinks are sinks. Wash your hands during the lab as needed, and always before you leave the lab. Do not put solid chemicals down the drain. Chemicals approved for the waste stream can go down the drain, flushed with tap water. Some of our large sinks have single Eyewash faucets on the side of the main faucet. We will talk about those in a later section. You will also wash your glassware and equipment at the sink. To properly clean the glassware, use the soap solution and a brush found at the sinks. Use tap water to wash and then rinse the soap off. Once the glass or other equipment is clean, rinse it with deionized water, also known as DI water. Most of Grand Valley's labs have a faucet of deionized water on the side of the regular tap water. Some labs will have a carboy of deionized water on the side. It is important to rinse all glass with DI water after it has been cleaned. Once cleaned and rinsed, air dry the equipment. Either return it to the common area side bench or the lab drawer or bin where you got it. One more note about deionized water. Every time your lab manual refers to water in an experiment, it means deionized water. Tap water has chemicals that often interfere with experiments. In DI water, they are removed, so using DI water will give you better and expected results in your experiments. You are responsible for all of the equipment in your drawer or bin and any equipment you use from the common bench. If it is dirty when you first get to lab, make sure you let your lab instructor know. It is your responsibility to make sure all of it is clean when you leave the lab.